everybody, welcome to today's episode. So I'm going to continue on kind of with a little bit more of the elaboration that I was talking about regarding the petition and kind of what was in the petition. Same thing like last week, everything that I'm going to be talking about and mentioning, reports and stories and things like that, everything is going to be linked in the description box below along with the petition. So again, if you get bored and you got 20 minutes or so, click on some of those links and familiarize yourself with some of the stories and the information that's actually going on. If you're not following us on Facebook, please go over to Facebook and follow us on there too. I've been posting stories as I see them regarding more information that's been coming out on CDOC, and unfortunately more people have died. So I'm posting those stories and that information over on our Facebook page. I figure it's easier than doing a huge video with all of it. So I'm trying to get better with my timing on these. So today's is going to be one of my all-time favorite topics with CDOC, which is their budget. CDOC has an enormous millions and millions, if not billions of dollars of a budget every single year. Taxpayers, get to pay into the state. The state allocates a portion of that money each year to the Department of Corrections to go ahead and for them to manage their own budget appropriately to make sure room, housing and care, civil rights programs, things like that, rehabilitative services, mental health issues, all of these type of things are covered with the budget that the state the state grants CDOC per year. Now, CDOC has an annual budget of approximately, it's all listed, $56,000 and change per inmate per year. This $56,000 and change is to go towards food, housing, health, programs, rehabilitative services, everything, things like that. It's to go to care for the inmates. Included in that is also, you know how they do the little budget breakdowns. Some of that goes to the facility maintenance. Some of that goes to, the food that they bring into the facilities to make sure that our inmates are fed food. We've already covered that in the other video. But anyway, $56,000 per year per inmate is what's allocated per inmate, okay? Part of this frustration that I have is, I've discussed before regarding the health and the safety issues. CDOC is getting millions of dollars. They had, and I'm gonna make sure I have my notes, I'm gonna make sure I recite this and quote it properly. It is linked below. The House bill I'm going to reference is linked below. There was a House Bill 24-1462. Basically what this bill was the Colorado Office of the State Auditor, they ordered an independent third-party review of CDOC's budget in, I believe it was 25. I didn't write that in my notes, but I believe it was in 25 for the 24 and previous year's budget. So this third party went ahead and they did this audit of CDOC's budget. The group that performed the audit, the name of it's listed, it's like PMC or something, it's listed down there. The group that did this audit came back and they said that they had, that CDOC had not, quote, had not used a consistent or accurate, transparent process to justify budget requests over the prior 4 years, end quote. And they also identified inaccurate or incomplete budget information, outdated staffing calculations, and that's part of their budget that they need money for is for staffing. So outdated staffing calculations, unclear explanations, and poor tracking of cash funds. Now, this is an independent third party that was ordered by the state auditor to come in and to analyze and to break down the budget of what CDOC is actually doing. They are the ones that found CDOC is mismanaging their funds, and they have extremely poor, if anything at all, budgetary skills. On top of all of that, then CDOC at the beginning of this year, I believe it was 26, went to the state of Colorado, and said, hey, we have all of this massive budget that we need. Oh, by the way, we have a supplemental request of an additional, I think $2.4 million additional because it's so overcrowded, which I'll get into that in another episode. It's so overcrowded, we need to open more facilities. Can you give us more money? So initially the state, as everybody knows, the state said no. And then they basically told CDOC, we're not going to approve this because you have already gotten extra money and you haven't shown appropriate usage. You haven't been able to show us any kind of improvement with the additional money that you were given. They then backtracked and they went ahead and they granted this extra $2.4 million with the caveat of saying the only reason that we're granting it is because if we don't grant it, we have a fear that the overcrowding is going to cause more issues. So although we have it documented that we do not think you are doing proper allocation of your funds, we're going to go ahead and give you the extra because we are more afraid of what's going to happen with the overcrowding if we don't. I have my own feelings on that, but it is what it is. So they were basically reprimanded by the state by saying that they haven't been appropriately managing their funds. They had this third-party audit that came in and said, here's documentation that you're not properly managing your funds. part of what CDOC's budget is my favorite, one of my other favorite things, privately run prison, namely CoreCivic. CoreCivic is the one that runs, that is in charge of running Bent County. CoreCivic is not only in Colorado, they are a nationwide privately run prison system. They are paid by Colorado Department of Corrections. Now, I want to make sure I get the dollar amount right here because, you know, so Colorado CDOC is paying CoreCivic currently $66.52 per inmate per day. They have requested to raise it to $80 per inmate per day throughout all of the CoreCivic facilities here in Colorado. The Colorado Department of Corrections approached the state and have requested not the $80 increase that CoreCivic is requesting. They're requesting $115 per inmate per day. So it's going to go from $66 to over $115 per inmate per day because they say that's what it costs for CoreCivic. My issues with CoreCivic, we all know what happened in Bent County. Again, I'm not going to get into it on this one. We all know what happened at Bent County, and that is a privately run prison that is funded and run, overseen by CDOC. I'm calming down. CoreCivic is not just in Colorado. CoreCivic is in New Mexico. CoreCivic is in Tennessee. There are listed lawsuits against CoreCivic because of inmate mistreatment by the COs. There's been massive amount of people killing themselves. I'm sorry, I know I have to be careful with YouTube and all that kind of crap, but all these stories of that kind of thing going on, medical neglect, medical mistreatment, mistreatment of inmates in general, abuse from COs to the inmates, all of this kind of stuff. These are documented cases. There are lawsuits that are documented in there as well. So instead of handling or going to a privately run prison company that does not have these lawsuits, CDOC embraces this because this matches what CDOC has a history of doing, as well as not just embracing this and continuing to pour their mismanaged funds into this CoreCivic company. They're now asking for more money to do this. It blows my mind, the incompetence. And if anybody knows me, they know that incompetence is my massive hot button, especially when it comes to something like this. Treatment of our loved ones. So like I said, CDOC is embracing this CoreCivic and they want to go ahead and increase the funds to CoreCivic. So what do they have to do? They ask the state for more money. It is amazing to me how many millions and millions of dollars that are poured into CDOC and how much they are just completely mismanaging, laundering. I mean, that's really what it is. There is absolutely no way, with the limited courses that they have available, the money that they're getting is supposed to be going to the rehabilitation and offering programs to help our loved ones when they come out, so they are prepared to successfully enter into a working class, a working world. Welding classes, HVAC classes, electrical classes, you name it, anything, finance classes, anything like that. Nothing is offered, at least at my husband's facility. They have cut back on all of the programs that they're offering. These are things that are required. They are a necessity, bare necessity, to get people prepared to come back to be functioning members of society. CDOC won't do it. They take the funds that should be allocated to that. Where are those funds going? Where are all of these funds going? If it's not going to what they are properly allegedly allocating it to, and that CDOC has already been shown that they are mismanaging their funds, where are those funds going and why are they going to the state? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. That's my little bitch for the moment. Pardon me. So that all of those stories are listed below. Like I said, if you guys want to click on them, just familiarize yourself with it. The petition is linked below. We are getting a lot of traction with this petition. So I thank you guys so much for signing. If you haven't signed it, please sign it. Please share it. If you've already signed it, please share it. Continue getting the awareness and the word out about this. I've already reached out to several of the legislators, and I'm waiting to hear back now to get in with them, in front of them, to bring this petition and this awareness of what the petition represents. And all of the information that I have here, I'm going to be bringing it to them too. I'm sure they know about it, but sometimes you just got to have it in front of you to actually see it. So that's what I'm doing. So in the meantime, I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July weekend. Have a great time. Stay safe. Don't blow anything up. And we'll catch you on the flip side.